It's Week 15 of the NFL, and we've got the Vikings leader at quarterback, our new NFL record holder for passing yards in a season. It's the Vikings and the Colts, next on...
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They start the drive with Cook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Thomas. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On first down, Thomas. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Thomas. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll get 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have answered that early field goal to take it. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to throw. Thomas. And finding Emmanuel Sanders here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Thomas. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Thomas on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to them. Never.
And now out comes Minnesota. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Looking to throw again on second down. Thomas. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
Here we go, here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Kwity Paye getting in there and burying him behind the line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Thomas. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability. Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. On second and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Back to throw. Thomas. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have moved out in front. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the short touch. Throwing to start the drive. Thomas. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Thomas. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Thomas now on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Thomas. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back. Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Up the middle, it's Cook. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Thomas. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Thomas. He'll buy some time right. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And quickly they get to the line. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of...
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Running for it. Here's Cook. Oh, a good move at the 5. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Trying the power game with Ham. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go with the keeper. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. A lot of tired bodies, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback, scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Vikings answer back with it. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. To throw is Thomas. Throwing to start the drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Thomas. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. Again, this is Cook. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 20 on the year. So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tied game and said, okay.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They run again on first down. Cook. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
And now out comes Minnesota. Comes to Cook. Able to avoid him at the 40. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Vikings, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Vikings leader at quarterback. Your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Vikings and the Giants, coming up next.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Vikings coming into play. Well, they're pacing the NFL in passing yardage this season, but a tough test awaits them to stay in that top spot as they face one of the league's best secondaries.
And partner, with how they've played this season, both sides are awfully confident they'll be able to put up big-time numbers. I think this is going to be a very entertaining game just because of that. So let's say it together. Eventually, something's got to give.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Again, it's Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucks and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Cook. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. They run. Cook. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Here's Thomas on 1st and 10. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. And the Vikings hit 11-3 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Thomas operating from the gun. And his throw is incomplete. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. He hit on the big one on that last drive. Touchdown pass number 50 on the season. What a year he's put. On the carry, it's Cook. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Thomas escaping the pressure right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. 19. Off the bootleg. Thomas. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Thomas. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out, though, for the next possession. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Now he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Now a run with Cook. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Goes right back to Smith again. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Their mobile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a Thomas throwing on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Thomas now throwing to start the drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Off play action. Thomas. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession. To throw is Thomas on first down. Eluding the pressure right. yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. A gain of 3, second down.
Here we go.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's Thomas to throw on third down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he's been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put,
we're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Here we go. Sack.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Back to throw. Thomas. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Now Thomas throwing on third and long. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. Fourth down. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Thomas on 3rd and 2. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And we got an injury here. And I believe, yes, that's the wideout, Adam Thielen. But not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. On 3rd down, Thomas. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but
On the 6.
Thomas now on 1st and 10.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. To throw is Thomas. From the gun, he'll throw. Being chased out, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Thomas. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. And now out comes Minnesota. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. They'll roll him out right. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Back to throw. Thomas. The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, right at the 40. Looking to throw. Thomas. Finding Sanders on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
A great play there. Keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Here's Thomas throwing on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offense tried to get a little slick there and sneak the back out of the backfield and turn him into the primary deep receiver. But it's good coverage defensively. They were able to break it up.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Now Thomas off the play fake. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So it's a win for the Vikings, and it was thanks in part to the play of their third-year quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about pulling up the stat sheet. Try these numbers on for size, Brandon. 2 touchdown passes, 3 touchdown runs. That's 5 total touchdowns.
Making the league is hard. Becoming a star.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to get started. Yeah, I'll catch you later, though.